Hi, everybody. Today we are here to talk about how to have a better tomorrow. How do you have a better tomorrow for yourself as a young adult, as a caregiver, as an aging adult, and as an older adult? I'm Pamela D Wilson. My website is pameladwilson.com. On my website, helpful information for caregivers and aging adults, in my caregiving library, my caregiving blog, and my caregiving radio show, The Caring Generation, that I host every Wednesday night. So let's talk about some research about health and about ways that all of us can have a better tomorrow. One of the most common issues in healthcare, believe it or not, are medications. Medication prescriptions, taking medications, not taking medications, taking medications and thinking, they're not working. I don't need to take this, or it's too expensive, or maybe it's too much trouble. Or if you are an older adult, maybe you have trouble with all of these bottles and organizing all of these prescription medications, and it feels like it's a hassle. It feels like it's too much trouble. Taking medication for a chronic condition can significantly improve your life today and in the long term. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you have high blood pressure and your doctor recommends that you take a medication, and you do. And all of a sudden, imagine what happens. Your blood pressure numbers, they are right on track. They're right where they should be. So what do you think? I don't have high blood pressure anymore. What do? Some people stop taking those pills. What happens? Blood pressure goes sky high again. The proof is the medications actually work. Imagine that. The big problem is that when a doctor prescribes a medication, many times there's no discussion over side effects, the benefits, how this medication can help you long term. And by long term, I mean 5 years, 10 years, 20 years into the future. There are long-term benefits to everything. But if you don't understand that, you might think, doctor's crazy. I don't need to take this. I don't want to spend $10 a month to do this. It's too much trouble. What happens though? 10, 20, 30 years down the road, you have a whole host of health problems that little issue, that high blood pressure, caused because you didn't take high blood pressure medication. Other common things that we can do to have a better tomorrow. It's all of the routine preventative treatment that many of us, especially if we're caregivers, think, I don't have time to do that. I don't want to go get a mammogram, a bone density test, a flu shot, a pneumonia shot, a shingles vaccination if you're older. Maybe there are other preventative tests that you should be getting and screenings that you should be getting, and you're saying, no time, too expensive, I don't want to do it. Basically, what you're saying is, gosh, I think I want to be sick when I'm older. I don't want to have good health. I don't want to catch something early, like an early diagnosis of cancer, that I could probably take care of by taking this one little preventative test. We're not trained to think that way as consumers. And a lot of people mistrust the medical system. And honestly, the healthcare system does make a lot of money off of sick people. But if you can embrace the idea of healthcare prevention, you can avoid becoming one of those sick people. It's retraining our brain to think about, I want to prevent health issues versus when I get sick, I'll deal with it. Chronic disease, another concern. And I'm going to relate the chronic disease to the high blood pressure, taking medications, and prevention. Chronic diseases are high blood pressure, diabetes, breathing problems, COPD. There are a lot of things that are just annoying every day that we may not pay a lot of attention to. But if we did pay a lot of attention to them, one chronic disease, pay attention to it, it can avoid you from having a second and a third and a fourth, because chronic diseases are like this spiral. They relate to each other, and one can cause another and another and another. For example, high blood pressure, heart attacks, strokes, kidney problems, dementia. The list goes on and on. One relates to another. The more proactive that we are today, the more that we make time for those preventative tests, for the vaccinations, for an annual doctor checkup, the healthier we can be tomorrow, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Health prevention and learning about health helps us all have a better tomorrow. I'm Pamela D Wilson. Thanks for being here with me for this video. Please share it with other people that you know. 1 in 4 people are caregivers looking for hope, help, and support. That is on my website at PamelaDWilson.com, in all of the information there, and on my weekly radio program, The Caring Generation. I'll see you again soon in another video.